At number three are the very cool, very popular Michael Davis and Roger Bennett of Men in Blazers. Right now, um, they are superseding any sort of soccer bubble that exists because they're being talked about everywhere, on CNN, on NBC, where they have now moved to. Obviously, ESPN, where they were working. They are the face of soccer journalism in America. They definitely hit their stride or hit the big time with the World Cup, where they had those videos and the short videos that were incredibly likable and incredibly enjoyable. So it's definitely they started small, just like every podcast with the Grantland network, and they've kind of built themselves up. So it really is a success story. I think one of the reasons they are so likable is because they are a perfect mix of English soccer, football, and American viewers. Because in the sense you have these guys who have British accents, so obviously it gives them this weird legitimacy that all of us soccer guys like, and yet they're talking about soccer through the lens of Americans because they've lived here for a while, and they use all these pop culture references that, for example, Ian Darke wouldn't be able to come up with. So they're very relatable, and I think that's what makes them so enjoyable for all of us to listen to. And by the way, it's funny that I keep saying soccer because they would say soccer, right? And they have really good guests, really, really, really good guests, especially, again, American guests. They've had Billy Bean, well renowned for the Moneyball thing. They've had him on like 3 or 4 times, I think. Most recently, about a couple months ago. Landon Donovan's been on, Jurgen Klinsmann's been on, Rebecca Lowe, Tim Cahill was on during the World Cup. So they've had these really good guests who, again, give them this legitimacy. And yet the fact that they're recording in America on an American network on NBC gives just the perfect kind of balance of legitimacy as well as relatability. The only drawback to Men in Blaze is the new TV show, which I haven't really been a fan of so much. I think they hit their stride with the shorter videos. The really long 45 minute, hour long format isn't really working for them yet. That doesn't mean it won't, but yeah, Men in Blazers, fantastic podcast, has been for years when they were with Grantland, and they've only now become famous. But those of us who've been following soccer for a while have known about them, and they deserve all the goodwill and all the success that they're getting.